Welcome to the Mosh Report, the show with weekly updates on the Ontario punk rock and hardcore scene, covering shows, events, album releases, news, and everything else. Please like and subscribe if you want to see more. We have a few EP releases in this episode. First up, Shorthanded released their full-length album 35 to Life on May 15th. They're a pop-punk band out of Belleville that are back together after taking an extended break due to the pandemic. Their guitar player Trevor McLean said about the album, quote, "It's just an album written by a few guys who love punk music and we're giving the music thing one last shot. 35 to Life is kind of our chance to see where this can take us, success or failure. We're in it for the music. We have big things planned," end quote. I highly recommend checking out their album. It's available everywhere. The next release was from Kitchener-Waterloo's own Backbone. They released their EP So You Think You're an Outlaw. It's available on Spotify. Go listen to the full EP and their entire crazy ass catalog. Butcher out of Niagara area released their debut EP Faces of Death on June 26th. Aiden from the band said about the EP, quote, "We had a lot of fun making this EP and writing these songs. We're a pretty new band and still figuring out our way, so I figured that doing everything DIY would be the best approach to figure out what works for us and what doesn't. We recorded everything in Andrew's basement with no idea what we were doing, using software that's not really recommended for genres like this. However, I think that working with what we had and our limited knowledge on the topic during recording, we created an enjoyable piece of music for a fun project that will only flourish in the future. All the songs are horror themed, a choice I believe to align quite well with the beautiful scene we have. Violent moshing is an incredible thing we are able to do communally when done right. And I know it has done a lot for many people I know, so connecting it on a more personal level, my obsession with horror movies was really exciting when we started the band up," end quote. It's available on all streaming platforms. They will also have a limited run of CDs available at their upcoming shows for all you physical media lovers. It was a busy weekend with 8 huge shows and events this weekend alone. Opal in the Sky from Vancouver headlined a show on June 25th, Revival Karaoke in Waterloo, as part of their Beavers and Bears Cross Canada tour. Backbone, Aversion, and Filth also threw down. It looked like an absolute blast was had by all at that trippy blue venue. Oddwell Events hosted a show with the Galt Legion on June 26th. Infant Warfare, Uppercut, Czech Hotel, Frank Dukes, and Church Fight all played another very blue-looking venue. A-Sound Productions put on a show at the Short Finger Brewing Company in Kitchener for Roberto from Bad Egg's birthday. A number of bands from around southwestern Ontario played, including Antenna Sierra from Kitchener-Waterloo, Mauling out of London, Dream out of Toronto, and the headliners, Bad Egg. Backyard Jamboree 5 went down at the Sound Yard in Kitchener-Waterloo, with Shore Fox and the Washout playing. This also served as the kickoff show for the Washout Summer Bangers Tour 2026. Keep an eye out for more updates on those shows as the summer goes on, and try to catch a show if you can. A Minor hosted Single Wounds EP release show on the 26th at the Hard Luck Bar in Toronto, with Heat, Vice Grip, and Drowned Out playing in support. The EP is called In Rage and in Fury. Available on Spotify, Bandcamp, and Apple Music. St. Catharines had its hardcore punkin' fix this weekend with 100% Pure, Rot, Hunting Season, Pinpoint, My Place of Rest, and Resuscitation all tearing it up at a lively show at the Merlington Legion. Butcher had an EP release show on the 28th for Faces of Death. Mauling, Blemish, and Sunnyside all played in support at the Spotlight Comedy Club in St. Catharines. And last but certainly not least, Festival City Underground 2 also went down on the 27th in Stratford, featuring Lapsaria, Elk Puncher, Age of Despair, the Rottweilers, and in their second show this week, Backbone. There's plenty of shows coming up this week as well. If you're in the Guelph region, Backbone, Birdhand, and State Hand are playing a free show at Jimmy Jazz at 10 p.m. on Friday, July 3rd. You must be 19 plus. Desecrate, Bruiserweight, Skullgate, Doghouse, and Vile Entrapment are all playing on July the 4th at the Westboro Legion in Ottawa. It's an all-ages show starting at 7. This is also Vile Entrapment's first ever show. The Washout continues his Summer Bangers tour July 4th in Peterborough at the Pig's Ear Tavern. He's playing with The Hack, Mickey Moon, and Scam. Show starts at 8. If you have an upcoming show that I may not be aware of, fire me a message on Instagram with your event poster too. And if you have footage or pictures for shows in the future, please don't hesitate to send them my way on Instagram. Huge, massive, huge thank you to everyone who allowed me to use their footage for this episode. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook. Subscribe to Uplift Ultra for more content like this.
We played at What Up Dog in Hessler once. It's a hot dog restaurant, and it could only fit like maybe 20 people in there.
And this.
What the fuck?
And this. I'll see everyone next week with another episode of the Mosh Report.
Brought to you by